Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Skull and Bones. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. So today we're fighting with a support ship, but before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So previously, well, it seems like we've got through and did a whole bunch of stuff up until this point. But we recently have gotten the Cutter, or Sentinel. It's a Cutter class ship. It's still a small ship, but it is a support ship. The bonus trait or main trait of it is that you will regenerate ship health over time. It's a very small amount. I believe it's 0.5% per second after you've not taken damage for a couple of seconds. So it doesn't eliminate the need for repair kits. You're still going to need repair kits. It's just you're not going to need them as often. You're going to need them in that emergency situation, but you're not going to need them on an ongoing basis. You're not going to have to keep looking at your ship health and be like, oh, you know what? That ship health is getting a little bit low. I might need to use a repair kit. Instead, it'll just regenerate health over time. So while we're traveling away from a battle, or after a battle has happened, then we'll notice the health start to come back. Alright, so there's a lot going out here in the storm, out in the deep ocean. It feels like the deep ocean. Maybe it's not, but it certainly feels that way. Certainly in the storm, you can see the rain coming down, and the waves have a lot more froth to it than previously. We're going out towards the world event, mainly for curiosity's sake. I was wondering what the world event is all about. I am sure, I'm fairly certain I should say, that there are different types of world events. Alright, so the world event is active. They let you know when you're getting close to a world event, and then of course you can see it on the map, and then you can see how much time there is before it begins, and then it will progress however much time, over however much time, and then it'll end. So depending on what type of world event might change your opinion about whether or not you want to participate. So I had no reason to participate in the world event other than just curious about what it's all about. At least this particular one. I put a marker, a waypoint. You're approaching a world event. Where the world event was, and I'm just kind of looking around to see what's going on at the world event. It's like, oh, I don't see a whirlpool or anything, so it's not dragon level danger type of thing. Alright, so okay. So it's traveling along. I think we'll be able to intercept it before I get to the waypoint that I put. But the waves are crashing pretty hard out here, so it may take me a little bit longer than expected. Alright, that looks right. If you can put a mark on a ship, then even if it moves, your waypoint will move with it. Alright, so here is the world event. It looks like it's a convoy. So it looks like there are 3 ships that are the targets. So there's 3 target ships that we're trying to sink, I presume. Sink or board. But then there's other ships that are around it. It's going to make things difficult. Even if the big ships and this weather is certainly not helping anything. Even if the big ships don't have weapons, this could be very dangerous. Alright, so we see on the right the 3 ships that we need to sink. Wow, what just happened? I just lost half my health. Ooh, man, look at that. I'm not doing, like, any damage to the guy. And he's coming right for me. Oh, look at that. That's bad. Bad news. Wow. So, world event is not for beginners. Oh, okay. So we can respawn at sea as long as you have silver. And we'll have to pick up our cargo. We dropped our cargo. Leaving the world event. Yep, that's fine. Oh, there. Cargo recovery. So, the same as if a player sinks you, NPC sinks you, then you'll have cargo sitting out in the open that anyone can grab, I think. So if anyone comes along, then they can pick it up. We went and picked our stuff up. Not a... I mean, there's a decent amount of stuff there. Partially because that world event came up while we were in the middle of a mission. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I figured that was going to hurt. Bam. Take damage. And then you see the red around the screen. It shows we take damage. It's not a lot of damage, but it is some. You have some hull damage from jumping the waves. But then we have the green along the edges, which is showing the healing, the automatic healing that we get with this particular ship. Yeah, it's going quite a ways too. Yeah, but even just one ship peeled off and started to attack me, I lost health very, very quickly, and I did almost no damage. I think I probably did, 1% damage per hit. Maybe even less than that. So let's get back into the mission that we were tasked with by Skurlock. We have to go drop these weapon caches off at different points of basically different points of interest with the Sea People faction. So we'll slowly make our way over. We're out of the storm, so that's a positive. So we're dropping off these weapon caches to the Sea People who are at odds with the Farah faction, and they won't be happy with what we're doing here. So although we're dropping off weapon caches for them, we're kind of exploiting the Sea People because we are helping them not to win the battle against the Farah faction, but to keep them alive and kicking so that they can fight another day, so that they can provide the pirates with an advantage. So we're furthering that aim by giving them these weapon caches in exchange for intel. So I think there was 3 weapon caches, and we already dropped 1 off already. We're going to this settlement to drop off the second one, and then we just have 1 more after that. Alright, I think we're close. It's right down this inlet in the river, I think. Had to take a look to see why there was smoke at the top of the ship. Alright, so moving in. Looks like some flamingos. There's a ship that's trying to ram me inadvertently. One of the things you'll notice is that if you're getting aggroed from an NPC, you'll notice a red light from their crow's nest before they attack. It's kind of like drawing their ire, increasing their rage meter increases. All right, here we go. Now we're close. But it looks like they're being attacked. So the Farah are attacking them. So I don't know if I can interact with the town while they're being attacked. So there's 2 ships. I don't have any guns on the back. Tried out my new demi cannons. It's kind of like the shotgun approach. Okay, so I didn't mean to do that. So one of the shotgun shell approach attacks, the demi cannons attack the town. All right, now I need to try to hook the ship. Or sink it. Oh, so close. I always feel like I'm a little bit closer than I would be. Alright. So we'll just sink that guy. And where is the other guy? Did we get him? Yeah, we got hurt pretty bad by the town that we were trying to help. It's like, come on, guys, I'm actually trying to help you. I know my guys went in to plunder because they got a little confused. That's all. So I'll sit out here, wait for the countdown. I'm just outside of range, so I should be okay. Oh, that's that ship. The Farah ship. See if I can hit the a little bit far. I must have missed that Farah boat as I was going past the town. It might have been on the other side or something. So I've got, you can see at the top right, I've got aggro from both factions. Neither one's happy with me right at the moment. I got a couple more seconds left, and I should be okay to go back in. Since I still have kind of rage from the sea people, hopefully they don't start attacking me right away. But the boat's between me and the city again. So I'm pretty close. Maybe I can hook them and then it won't be a problem. That should have been... I should have been able to hook them. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can get them. I don't ever know where I'm supposed to be. I just... Sometimes happen that they stick. Sometimes it's Teflon and sometimes it's glue. So there we go. We got it. And they're attacking me again. And you know what? I'm done being nice. So plundering settlements or towns are higher risk, but higher reward activities. Because they only have the one tower, it shouldn't be as bad. If they had multiple towers and all I had were culverin cannons, this would be a problem. But I do have the bombard cannons, and I've got the demi cannons, and I've got the culverin cannons, so I've got a few different options that I can use. Bam, there we go. Okay, so I got that down, and you can see at the top the loot cycle here. We've got plunderers going through the streets of the settlement, and they're grabbing stuff, and they're bringing it back to us for us to pick up into that little boat on the left-hand side that you just saw. And now it says, hey, you need to take out the boat before you'll get any more progress. So whenever a faction boat, whatever faction that the settlement or city is, comes into range within that circle, you could see it when we got close to it. There was kind of like a line, a demarcation. I don't know, I always... aim a little bit too low or too high. There we go. I got one. That's all that matters. Board, get that bonus loot. Sink the ship. Move on. So now we're going back. We got more loot to pick up. The ship is regenerating health. Oop, and now there's another boat that we have to deal with. Much like a shotgun, the demi cannons work really well up close, but they don't work farther away, or not as well. They work okay, but not as well. So they're not going to do as much damage if you're farther away. I gotta get closer, or I just have to sink them. Alright. Did I hit it? Oh, first try. Nice. And all they had was silver. I didn't see what I got for bonus loot, if anything. They're just kind of guardians more than anything anyway. Alright, so loot. So we got the loot that they got from the settlement. Using the spyglass on the settlement, you can see like what you would get from taking it out. Different stages. So you get the better loot the further you go. So you can stop at any time by leaving the circle, as I did before, when I was like, well, I wasn't really trying to attack. Wasn't trying to plunder, so I'll leave, not knowing whether or not I could interact. I probably should have just tried to interact, even though they were being attacked. Alright, so now we've got another Sea People faction boat. In order to continue plundering, we'll have to take them out. Those two bombard cannons at the front, they do a decent amount of damage, but it's a little bit harder to aim. There we go, we got those demi cannons. We had a prompt for the crew to fire muskets, which was a little different than usual. Brace. Now we see there's a kind of a stamina bar for bracing as well. Huh. It's a little bit stronger boat than we've had previously. It's getting a lot lower before it's actually... Oop. Yeah, that was definitely too low. Just fired it off quick. It's like, come on. Ooh, I think I got it. Yes! Getting a little bit better at that little, you know, magic sweet spot of where you're supposed to be aiming. Alright, we're on the last leg of the plunder. We took a decent amount of damage there. There we go. Came back, full plunder. Got the maximum reward from that activity. And we won't be able to plunder, or anyone, I don't think, will be able to plunder the settlement for a while. So it gives them time to rebuild. Ooh, look at that. We got 2 skulls on the old rage meter with the Sea People. So you can't even, or I should say I can't, I can't do any business with them currently because they don't like me. Alright, so I actually need to do business with them for the contract, the quest line with Skurlock. So I need to leave the area and wait for that aggro meter to die off. So let's get out of here quickly. As long as we stay away from that faction, we should be able to... Oop, I thought it was just in the river, but that's okay. We're only about half full. Oop. Another Sea People ship. Turning around to follow us, maybe. So we're actually fairly close to St. Anne. So I think if we go back there, our rage meter should decrease faster if we're away from the Sea People. And if we're in St. Anne, it'll certainly decrease faster because there aren't any faction boats within that circle. Safety circle, I would call it. Now, just outside, there are some NPCs and players. No one's coming after me, so that's good. And we're right there. There we go. In the safe zone. So you can see it's flashing now. The resentment, the rage meter, whatever you want to call it. We'll dock. We'll run in. And then we'll run back out. Yeah, this way we can drop some stuff off at the warehouse.
You can imagine the pirate around brings me a lot of interesting things to store.
Things that we don't need and things that we've picked up along the way since the last time we went to the by the warehouse. So we need cannonballs, we need bombard ammunition, we need repair kits, even though the ship that we have does self-heal over time. We still need them for emergency purposes. And then we need those weapon caches. And then the letters that are going back to Skurlock. Those are all the things that we have to have. Everything else can be sold or put into the warehouse. Things like metal salvage and rusty nails and torn sails. You know, we don't necessarily need to do anything with those unless we have a lot of them.
What will it be this time?
Alright, go to the commodity trader. Nothing is a deal at the commodity trader. It's not the best place to buy anything. Either people are buying things and it's boosting the price of those items every time that it resets, or it's just naturally that high because it's a convenient place to pick stuff up. I don't know if we'll have time to pursue that contract, but we'll at least have it. Alright, so we'll set sail. We'll see what the how neutral we are. There we go. It's all gone. So I don't know if we lost it all just by docking. So if we like disembarked and then immediately set sail again, if it would have reset, or if it's just you know, a certain amount of time before it disappears. Obviously, the more red skulls that you have, the longer it's going to take. So if you've knocked over a couple of ships, you only have one Red Skull. It's not going to take very long, maybe a minute, for that to drop off. If you have two, it's going to take a few minutes, and then 3 and 4 even longer. And if you're at a lower rank, getting 2 is dangerous enough. 3 and 4 is almost certainly going to mean that you're going to pay a visit to Davy Jones's locker. Okay, we've got a couple boats there. We do see a Farah boat and a sea people. I want to avoid the sea people boats. Boats and the ship, and I don't even want to chance the possibility of taking that boat out. Okay, someone else took it out, so I don't have to worry about it. Farah is a little upset with me now, but that's okay. I don't care if they're upset with me, because I don't have to deal with any of their settlements at the moment. There we go. Took that one down. There's another ship. That's kind of hard to see through all the smoke from the first ship going down, or the second ship, depending on how you're counting. Oh man, that was way off. Alright, I'm within range, but I have to try and get that angle just right. There we go, got it. Ooh. I'm in trouble. I need to loot and run. Alright, what's going on? Okay, got my repair kit. Oh, I'm being attacked by other ships. That's why. That's why. Alright, so let's make a run for it, and hopefully that aggro drops off before too long. And then I won't have to worry about using an additional repair kit. It's still on cooldown, as you can see, kind of center left on the bottom. We've got the countdown on the cross pad. It's a minute, I believe, every time you use a repair kit.
We have survived this! Back to your post!
Do I dare to attack them? Or do I just say, you know what, let's go up to the settlement. Let's see if, even though they're getting attacked, if I can do a quick business transaction, and then I can peel off and not have to worry about it. Because I'm still regaining my health, and it's doing quite well. Because I want to say I was around half when I got into the river. And now that I'm almost there, especially in this situation, I don't want to try to attack them when they're right in front of the settlement. I don't want to start that plunder cycle, so I'm going to aim low. Or what I think is low. There we go. I got that one. Uh-oh. Alright. Let's get this guy before anything else happens. I've got no ammo on the sides. I've got 31 bombard ammo left. You can see when you're aiming, it'll say how much ammo you have for each. Man, that's ridiculous. And I must have hit the town. I'm guessing I hit the town. because now I'm getting aggro, as you can see in the top right, from the sea people and Farah. So now I got to go outside the range, let the aggro drop off. Hopefully no ships come from this opposite direction. Turn around and then go back and talk to him. I thought about just going right up to the settlement, and I'm like, man, I'll try this one more time. I didn't go into the plunder cycle this time, but there we go. Okay, neutral with everyone. No one's gonna try and attack us unless they're naturally going to aggro people that come within a certain distance. This circle bothers me a little bit, but I'm not even gonna second guess it. I'm just gonna, yeah, interact with them, do what I came to do, and move on. All right. So I believe I'm 2/3 of the way done. Just want to take a look, see what they have real quick. And I can sell some stuff. The garnet is lower than other areas, but I could sell the sapphire and get a decent amount for it. So I sold that. That's good enough. Now all of a sudden I'm getting a little bit of coin for my troubles. You know, I'm wondering, I'm assuming that this is kind of like your you know, your first job growing up. You get paid like not very much, but it's a lot to you, and it kind of feels like that. It feels like a lot of silver, 4,000, but I have a feeling that that's actually a drop in the bucket. It's a lot more than I've been or have had. I think that's probably the most I've had in silver. Maybe not. I'd have to actually go look to see how much it costs to put the cutter together again. The cutter class ship that I'm sailing right now. But slowly but surely you're accumulating power and wealth and status. So even though the game doesn't have a strong campaign, you have this power journey. And there's a decent amount of customization, so you can make your ship, make your character just the way you want. You just have to hunt down the customization, where that customization is that you really want. Most likely, it's going to be from like a world event or some epic boss. And that's the only place where it'll drop. And maybe it'll only drop, you know, 10% of the time. Alright, so we're back in the safe zone. I had an indicator that I had a quest or something in St. Anne. So I kind of wanted to see what was going on. I don't know if it's just that there's job board contracts that I can pick up. Bog iron. I'm pretty sure I have the bog iron. I'm not sure where I need to drop it off. It's one of those, I don't really want to track it, but if it's easy money, then why not? So we go over to the warehouse and drop it off there.
Hello, young pirate. Time to get organized.
There we go. Easy. Easy peasy.
Your goods are safe here. If you keep coming back, I'll have to read you a story.
We'll drop some other stuff into
To read.
the warehouse that we don't need, that we're not selling right away. A couple of items are showing quest. They're related to quests or contracts, so I don't necessarily want to put them into the warehouse. I'm not certain what some of these are for, which quests they're for, or which contract they're for. The Skurlock ones, obviously. There we go. Let's get that bog iron. So we have enough, because you need it out of the warehouse in your hot hands in the cargo hold in order to have that access to it. Yeah, so it's like acquire and then deliver. The blacksmith?
To deal with John Skurlock, hmm?
Yeah, keep looking.
I quit the grog long ago.
I do need cannonball crates. I'm trying to decide how many I want. 4. I don't want to run out. 400 cannonballs. That should last for a little while. And look to see if he's got a bombard. It's all cannons. I take a little bit of time to figure out who has what items for sale.
Even the sea wouldn't give you away.
I definitely want to get this quest done before it drops off.
Skurlock spoke to you. That has value. But do you have the money?
Yeah, he does. So he sells cosmetics. We can buy cosmetics off of him. He does not have a blueprint.
The sea calls, Captain. Shall we answer?
Alright, let's set sail. Need to drop off that last weapon cache, and then we also need to drop off the bog iron. Let's see. Oh, it's right there. Man, I should have picked that up before.
What can we talk?
Feel like I'm wasting time just going back and forth.
We'll get the goods rapidly and be back safe as air.
I feel like that's all I've been doing is going back and forth to this one spot. One of the things you're going to want to do as soon as you leave that safe zone, see who's lurking around. Yeah, I need to put an item in there. There we go. There. So now I can regain my health quickly, and I can also regain stamina. Something I probably should have done earlier, but whatever. At least I did it now. So let's go back to the settlement, which seems to be at the center of the universe for me right now. I went there. I don't know. I don't even know how many times I've been there now. I know I plundered it once because I was getting upset that they were attacking me. I went back there. They started attacking me, and I got away until they went neutral, and then did the trade. There might have been another time that I went there, and then this time. So 3 or 4 times that I've, man, and those Farah ships love to hang around this area, apparently. They keep sending a couple of raiders over here. I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna maybe try just to go straight to the settlement. Even if they're getting attacked, maybe I can still interact with it. Because they're definitely getting attacked. Ah, look at that. There we go. Deliver the bog iron. Contract complete. There we go. We got some extra silver in our pockets. Got rid of some bog iron. That stuff's heavy. It's taking up a lot of space in our cargo hold, so that's good. And did we go up a level? A rank? Yeah, we did. Look at that. Freebooter. So now we've got more stuff that is... Oh, there we go. It's actually close by. We probably could have dropped it off after we dropped this one off. Bad memories. Shooting fire ships in front of the settlement. One errant shard of a cannonball all of a sudden causes me a lot of stress and anxiety. Get out of this guy's way.
We're overburdened. This is as far as she goes, Captain.
Man, we were able to navigate that pretty keenly. Must have been the experience of going up and down this river passage so many times. So many times.
Eat your fill. Keep up your strength.
And we used a food item to boost our stamina. The cooldown isn't nearly as long.
There, on Fortnite.
30 seconds instead of the 60 seconds. Here we go. I think there's a little alcove.
According to me, that is an outpost.
Yep, I see the waypoint, so...
I'd like to die of
question mark.
someday, Captain. A pirate's death. I want it to be as storied as my life.
We don't need to trim the sails. Oh, there we go. Disembark, right there. I wanted to get a little bit closer, though. Kind of see what's going on. This would be a pretty decent spot for a base. Alright, Verona Falls. There should be a person close by. Very close by.
This will help.
So 1 to turn in,
I believe
and
our
2
will
to pick
inspire
up.
and guide our people's future.
So as I've said, as your player rank increases, as your infamy increases, it unlocks more
Such a time is a danger.
quests from
We require aid
different
to
people.
retrieve our star
not just vendors in St. Anne, but from vendors worldwide. So as your notoriety or infamy grows, people take note. They say, oh yeah, I've heard of that guy. It goes from who are you to, oh, I think I heard a rumor about you, to yes sir. Yes sir, no sir. How high do you want me to jump, sir?
This will help.
Send chills down the spines of the regular folk. Have people just whispering because they don't dare to look you straight in the eye and say what they're thinking. They don't want to end up at the bottom of the ocean. And that's where you want to be. That's where you're going towards. Start off as a nobody and then make a name for yourself. Alright, so we'll go back, we'll talk to Skurlock, see what he has to say. But I think that's it for this episode. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
They've got what we need, Captain!
That ship might carry sweet loot. The wind is ours!
Lift the sails!
Let's sail for that ship! They find us! Let's all cooperate! Go to your battle
We're
station!
under fire! More enemies have arrived! They are ready!
Take that ship! Now! They'll sink in a moment! That's the sail! Come on!
They will know your name, Captain.
Somebody now! Fire!
Let it go!
Sail was fast! That was a cross ship!
Now the sheets! On safety!
Tales of your actions have reached even Skurlock's.
Beerer's refinery skills, boss.
Is boss real?
You saw the Lenitra ruins? Made good coin off that place. What she brought back, it speaks of a trade deal between the French and Farah. Compagnie agents wooing the Farah clan with guns. But why? Why would the Farah stoop so low as to become French puppets? There has to be something else on offer. This alliance threatens everything. We must put an end to it. Cully, you got the instincts of a crafty bastard. I was thinking the same. But if they're already in bed with the compagnie, then we'd have to incite a lover's spat. My two enemies are busy flirting, and the Sea People merchants hear of it before I do. Have my agents turned blind and deaf? The compagnie moves swiftly in the shadows, and we still have the sun in our eyes. You've done good work, Cully. When I'm done beating the information out of my agents, I'll have more for you. A fair exchange. You're looking for the spoils of the Shadow. Don't bother. It's scattered farther from here than the coward who stole it. People call Uriko Freeman a hero, a freedom fighter. Well, he was a charlatan, and he sold us all a lie. That prick never intended to share the treasure. Pirate code my arse. All pirates are rats. They'll tear your eyes out if they think there's gold behind them. My job for the heist was to smuggle weapons and supplies to Lenitra. When I served my purpose, Freeman cast me aside. All that treasure, and not even a scrap for old John Skurlock. One day, this den at St. Anne will be far greater than Lenitra. And it's gonna be my name on everyone's lips.
PlayStation